I'm Craig Elston. I'm the naturalist here at the Hudsonville Nature Center. It's mid-April, and even though it's been cool, there are still flowers beginning to bloom in the woods. So let's hit the trails and see what we can find.
Here we have bloodroot, which blooms very early. If it is too cloudy or cool for too long when the flowers are trying to bloom, the petals will just drop off without ever blooming. The leaves remain curled around the stem to help keep it warm in cool weather. Bloodroot is a member of the poppy family. The white flowers are solitary with 8 to 12 petals, lasting only a short time and opening in the sunshine. The leaves are roundish, palmately lobed or wavy margined, with one deep sinus reaching to the stem. The veins on the underside are a prominent orange-red. Redroot and Indian paint are other names for bloodroot, referring to the red juice in the roots and the orange-colored juice in the stems. The juice will stain anything coming into contact with it. Native Americans use juice for dye and face paint. The active phytochemicals are sanguinarian and chirothin. These chemicals contain expectorant, antimicrobial, and other anesthetic properties. But most importantly, we have learned in recent years that they bond with damaged DNA and aid in the repair of it. But the Cherokee and other Native American tribes used it for hundreds of years. Alkaloid sanguinarian shows antiseptic, anesthetic, and anti-cancer activity. Commercially, it has been used for plaque-inhibiting agent in toothpaste, mouthwashes, and rinses. But beware, this plant is poisonous on its own. Dutchman's breeches is another member of the poppy family found in rich woods. The leaves are fern-like in appearance. They are very finely dissected with divisions of threes and are pale beneath. The flowers are nodding in a row along the flowering stem. They are fragrant, white tipped with cream or yellow, with 2 conspicuous divergent spurs, 4 petals in 2 parts. These spurs give the name Dutchman's breeches, as they look like a pair of pants hanging from a clothesline. The plant grows from clustered pink bulblets. Squirrel corn, another member of the poppy family. The leaves are so similar to Dutchman's breeches that it can be next to, if not impossible, to tell the plants apart when not in flower. Squirrel corn is found in the same rich woods as Dutchman's breeches and often growing side by side. These flowers are heart-shaped, rounded instead of spurred, blooming slightly later than Dutchman's breeches, but the 2 blooms can overlap. Squirrel corn gets its name from the small grain-like bright yellow tubers that are scattered instead of clustered. Here we have blue cohosh. Blue cohosh blooms mid-April into early May. The leaves are kind of puckered as they bloom, and again they are 3-lobed. If you were to see the stem, it has what we call a white bloom. Looks like a white waxy coating on the lower end of the stem. The flowers are in inconspicuous few-flowered, loose terminal clusters. There are 6 greenish, bronze, yellowish, or occasionally purplish petals. The fruit is a blue pea-like drupe resembling the blueberry, which often remains all winter. The large patches of long light green leaves with strong onion smell are ramps or leeks. They are the first noticeable color in our woods, usually beginning in March if the snow is gone from the woods. Notice that the stem below the leaves is usually a red color. The leaves arise from long, ovoid, white bulbs with a strong onion flavor. Both the leaves and the bulbs are edible. Leeks have become highly sought after by foragers. It can take up to 3 years for seed to germinate and another 5 to 7 years to produce sizable bulb. Native Americans used for food, both dried and raw. Cherokees ate the leaves for colds. By mid-May to early June, the leaves are turning yellow and dying as they are gone by flowering time. By the end of June, a red pointed flower scape appears. By mid-July, small white flowers are borne on stout pedicels in a hemispherical terminal umbel. Flowers have 3 sepals and 3 petals. The smooth black seed persists on the plant through the winter. Here we have fall-through anemone. It grows in very large clumps and groupings throughout the park, especially on the slopes and moist areas in the floodplain. The leaves are alternate on the stem, 2 to 3 times compound, with 2 to 3 roundish lobed leaflets. When leading hikes in the nature center, I like to ask people what color are the petals of this fall-through anemone. Most people will say they are white, but the real answer is there are no petals, but rather 5 white petal-like sepals. These flowers are borne solitary from the axis or terminal in April and May. The plants seem to disappear by midsummer, but reappear in the fall. As a result, a few will bloom in the fall or winter if weather is warm enough. I have seen it bloom in November, December, and January. For a continuation of this hike, please check out Part 2.